Good morning. Hi. For those that don't know me, no, I'm not Matt. My name's Bruce, and we're going to be working on an Allis Chalmers 1000 harrow disker. What it's used to do is break up the dirt, and it helps level off some spots in the land, and it's an interesting piece of equipment, and we're in the process of restoring it. Hi, this is Bruce, and we had to switch gears because we're still waiting for the fuel injector calibrating machine to arrive. And while that's happening, I decided I'm going to go ahead and paint and restore this Allis Chalmers disker now that I've got all the pieces from it. So what I did was I had a choice. I could go ahead and sandblast all of this, which will probably take me couple of weeks, but this piece of machine needs to be in the field by next week. So what I did was I power washed it on a real strong setting, and what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just paint it for this year, put it together, and then next year I'm going to go ahead and strip it all down and do it properly. But right now I want to get the rust down to a minimum, and so we're going to go ahead and paint this. So here we go. Here's the first coat, and first I'm going to have to paint the wheels black, so I have to take those off. I'm going to paint the hydraulic cylinder black, but at least it won't rust. And for the second coat, I'm actually hoping that the ground is going to stay painted like that, and in 3 or 4 days time no grass will grow, so I'll be able to crawl under there. Like I'll crawl under here and get the underside of here and underside of here, and then what I'll do is I'll crawl up from the back and I'll put myself there, and I'll paint the underside there, and then of course I get in the back here and I'll paint that side there. That way I'll have covered everything I can so that it won't rust until I can get to the point where, in reality, what you need to do is you need to take these bolts off. Okay, and you take that piece off, and you take this piece off. You sandblast the one piece, and then you sandblast the other piece. And you just go about it that way, where you take a piece off at a time, and just go ahead and sandblast that, and then paint that. Okay, so obviously we have it hooked up to the tractor. And when you do that, you have the hydraulic lines here, which power the cylinder, which moves this arm up and down and raises and lowers the bed of the disker. So we went ahead and put these swivels on, and we put a new assembly unit here completely. And what it looks like is we are in the process of rebuilding the disc units. And so what we're going to do is take the whole unit, like this guy here, and we're going to take that one and that one, and we're going to place them here and there. And so we have all new equipment for this puppy here, but we've kept this one intact, so we know exactly how to assemble the new ones. So once we assemble one, we'll break this one down and fix it. But in the meantime, we'll have at least 3 of them on the unit. Okay, so yes, it's a mess, but the goal is to produce this, which is going to be the bearing, the seal, and it goes on that unit like this in this bracket, and then this piece actually goes in here to help protect the bearing and the housing. So all this is going to go in that unit, and then there's a shaft that fits in here along with these various other pieces, spacers between the discs. And of course this is the 1-inch shaft that all this stuff gets assembled on. So because there's 4 units, there's 8 of these. So I'm going to be assembling these 8. Okay, so I've got 5 of these guys done. As you can see, they're pretty colorful. This one has brand new casters. I believe I'm going to paint this guy probably orange. And so these are all ready to go within the axle. I've got the seals, and over here I've got the harnesses set up for the two outside. And I found that one of these guys here was not the exact diameter, so it won't fit on the shaft. These things fit really tight, which is really good, but if it's off by just a bit, it's not going to fit. So I'm as far as I can go today with this, because there's some sleeves that need to go in here on this part here, and those are coming, but they haven't made it here yet. So as soon as that happens, then I can put these units along with this guy like this in that harness. And then once I have it in the harness, because the blades are so sharp, what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it from one side with a spacer, a blade, a spacer, and put it through here, and then build a spacer floated, all the way down to the point where when I'm pushing the axle through on the other side, I'm pushing the axle through. I'm not actually trying to tighten things with those razor sharp blades in the way. So I think that's the safest way to do that. So until the parts come, that's it for this video.